everyone. Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm feeling confident today, Matt. This is going to be a great article.
Well, you've got you're standing or sitting very confidently.
That's right. I have pictured us doing a great show today. So I've already done that.
Okay.
And what was the other part?
So you need to stand confident.
Yes.
You can picture yourself
success.
doing good, and then you can give yourself a pep talk.
You're gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the best article ever. So that's what we learned yesterday. Some of the things you can do right before you begin a difficult task. You can give yourself a pep talk, you can stand confidently, and you can picture yourself being successful. But of course, preparation before the day, before you're doing all this standing and pepping and picturing, that is also a big part in being confident, right? If you practice what you're trying to do, if it's the speech, if it's making those free throws in the basketball game, don't just picture yourself being successful. Do the work, do the actions, do the practice. That will definitely help.
That's right. If you walk onto the basketball court with tons of confidence and believing you can do it, but you haven't actually practiced, then it's probably not going to go so well for you.
You're really tired very quickly.
So sometimes a way to gain confidence is just through practice and preparation.
Do it, exactly. Another thing you can do is find older people who might have been in the same situation before. An older player on your team, a coach, a parent, someone like that. Maybe they have faced these situations too, and you can learn from their success or from their mistakes, because part of having confidence might also be learning from your mistakes. You can't be so confident that you think you will always be successful. Everyone makes mistakes. So let's turn our attention to failing, which is, of course, part of being confident and the topic of our second article for today. When the job isn't successful, the people accept it. Everyone fails at times, and they know that. So they try to figure out the mistakes, weak points, and problem areas.
Welcome back to Ways to Increase Confidence Part 2. When the job isn't successful, the people accept it.
All right. So this, of course, would be the people who were unsuccessful before, but are learning how to be more successful. So hopefully in the future, they will be very successful people. I said that word a lot. What exactly does that mean?
Right, so successful is an adjective. So to be successful means to achieve a certain aim or a goal, or to do what you were trying to do or what you were supposed to do. You're successful, you have done it. If you completed a task, if you completed a job, if you, let's say, were successful in winning the tournament, means that you wanted to win and you did. You were successful.
That's right. And of course, if you're successful, you would probably be happy to accept it because this is good. Doing what you want to do is good. But sometimes in life, we will have to accept things we don't really like, accept failure or being unsuccessful. To accept is basically to take something that someone offers you. If it's a hot day and you buy me a cold drink, I will be happy to accept that. Oh, thank you. I will take this nice cold drink that you bought me. But we can also accept things in life, things that we don't choose, things that maybe we don't want, things that just happen. If it's your birthday and you planned a great day at the beach with your friends, but it's a cold, rainy, gray day, you just have to accept it. You just have to go, oh well, our plans are ruined. We'll have to think of something else to do. You can't cry or complain or scream at the sky, how dare you rain on my birthday? No, you just live with it. You shrug your shoulders. You go, okay. being unsuccessful, having failure, having your heart broken maybe at sometimes. Sometimes things happen. We can't change them. We just have to live with them. We have to accept them. Back to the article. So failure happens, and really successful people will accept that sometimes they are unsuccessful. Everyone fails at times, and they know that, right? Wise people know that everyone fails, everyone makes mistakes, everyone is unsuccessful at different times. So what do these smart people do? So they try to figure out the mistakes, weak points, and problem areas. Learning from your mistakes is a big part of being successful in the future.
So they're weak points. A point can mean a particular spot or a particular location on something. It can also mean an item within a group of items or in a discussion is a point. In this case, when we talk about a weak point, we mean the place where something is the weakest. So when we talk about a person's weak points, we mean the places where they are the weakest, where they are not strong. So for example, if in school I'm good at most things, but I'm just not good at English, that would be a weak point for me.
Or even with your English, you might find that you're good at the words, vocabulary, but you're not so good at learning grammar, the rules of English. So that would be a weak point. It's an area or a part of a bigger thing that we focus on or we can look at in its own way, all right? So yeah, studying for school, if you're always on time, if you do your homework, but you always study right before the test, like hours before, that might be a weak point. You might want to look at how you study and make that a little bit stronger, a little bit better, and it won't be for you a problem area or a weak point. All right, let's take a quick break and then we'll be back to find out how we can learn and be more successful when we face problems. They also look for different ways to deal with the job. They may even ask others for advice. When they have a new plan, they try again. The people don't give up because they believe in themselves. They get knowledge from the job. Then they use that to grow their minds and build their confidence. All right, so let's keep looking at ways that you can learn from failure to be more successful in the future. We've talked about the Superman stance, picturing success, pep talks, learning from your mistakes, and we're still focusing on learning from mistakes or learning from the past as we get back to our article. They also look for different ways to deal with the job. This is very true, because what you did in the past to be successful might not always work. You always have to keep thinking and changing the way you do things. It says they may even ask others for advice. Yeah, we mentioned that. Other people might have faced the same challenging situation that you're facing now, but they did it before, so they can tell you what they did. You learn from them. That's a good way to avoid simple mistakes. When they have a new plan, they try again. If something wasn't successful before, learn from your mistakes, and as they say, try again.
But only after asking others for advice.
That will help.
So advice is a noun, and it's something that people tell you. It's when you ask someone for, what do you think I should do? They will give you advice. So you don't always have to ask for advice. Sometimes people will just tell you what they think would be best for you, what they think is the best thing to do or the best way to do something is giving advice. And advice is a noun, but when we use it as a verb, someone advises you.
And that's, of course, spelt with an S instead of the C. Right.
The people don't give up because they believe in themselves. They get knowledge from the job. Then they use that to grow their minds and build their confidence. So they're not just giving up with their failures, they believe in themselves. So these people have confidence. Believing in themselves is to have confidence. And when you have confidence, you know that failure is not the end of the world. You can still succeed. So you can use the knowledge gained from your failure.
That's a really good point, because often people will face a challenge, they might fail the first time, and they immediately go, I tried, but I can't do this. Well, that's only your first try. You have to keep trying again, and also take what you learned by failing and use that in the future to avoid failing, to become more successful. Take that knowledge of what you did in the past to build a bridge to future success. What is knowledge? Knowledge is basically what you know. When you go to school and learn things, you are getting knowledge. You are gaining knowledge. If you read a book of some kind, you might be gaining knowledge. If you watch the news, you'll have a lot of knowledge about what's going on in the world these days. So anything that you learn, it could be important knowledge, useful knowledge, just interesting knowledge, whatever. It's information, it's in your brain, it's stuff you know, it's knowledge.
And you can use that knowledge to build confidence.
Build lots of things.
Yes, to build things means to make something from different pieces, usually making it higher or larger from different pieces. So you can build a tower, building a tower from blocks, and you place one block on top of the other to make it higher, to increase the height of the tower. So when we talk about building confidence, we are talking about increasing confidence, but in this case we mean building it, we mean putting it together from the different pieces. So from the different things you gain, from the knowledge, from the advice, from the things you learn from your failures.
There you go. You could build things in the real world, like a tower or a building or something. You can also build things in your life, build friendships, build knowledge, build confidence, things like that. We wish you all the success in the world. We believe in you. You should believe in yourself. And if not, tie a towel around your neck, stand in front of the mirror in your bedroom, close the door, but stand in front of the mirror in your bedroom and go, I can do it because I'm super, and then say your name. That's what I do every morning.
Good job, Mike. You can do it.
Super Mike, thank you.
Super Mike.
All right, I believe in myself. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
When the job isn't successful, the people accept it. Everyone fails at times, and they know that. So they try to figure out the mistakes, weak points, and problem areas. They also look for different ways to deal with the job. They may even ask others for advice. When they have a new plan, they try again. The people don't give up because they believe in themselves. They get knowledge from the job. Then they use that to grow their minds and build their confidence.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 mistake 名词，错误、过失。It's alright, we all make mistakes. 没关系，我们都会犯错。下一个单字 point 名词，特点、特质。那么 weak point 指的就是弱点。I think Gina's bravery is one of her strong points. 我觉得 Gina 的勇敢是她的优点之一。Bravery 指的是勇敢。下一个单字 knowledge 名词，知识、学问。He has a limited knowledge of that new technology. 他对那项新技术的了解有限。Limited 指的是有限的 ，technology 科技。最后一个单字 build 动词，建立。它的三态是 build. Sophie wants to build a better future for her children. Sophie 想要为她的孩子创造更美好的未来。接着我们来看看重点文法。第一个 figure out 想出、弄懂。Figure 是动词，表示弄清楚、想明白。我们来看看这个例句。 I need some time to figure out the math problem. 我需要一些时间弄懂这道数学题。下一个文法 deal with 处理应付，这是一个不可以分开的动词片语。deal 的三态是 deal, dealt, dealt。我们来看看这个例句。How can we deal with the problem? 我们要如何处理这个问题？最后一个文法 believe in 相信信任 believe in 接对象表示信任某人认同某人的能力。我们来看看这个例句 I don't believe in you 我不信任你。那么如果 believe 后面直接加上受词，指的是相信他人所言或事物的真假。我们来看看这个例句 What Jeremy said is not true. Don't believe him. Jeremy 说的不是真的，别相信他。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hi everybody, today we're going to be visiting Feng Chia University in Taichung. Now, one problem with universities in big cities is that the city is all around you and you don't really feel like you're away at school. Now, this university is different. It's completely separate from the rest of the city and you feel like you're in your own little world. The university I went to in the United States was very similar to this, the University of California at Berkeley. And when you were there, you feel like you're in another world that's just separate from the city. And it feels very relaxing with lots of trees. And it really reminds me of Feng Chia University. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at Feng Chia University.
Feng Chia University's main campus is in Taichung, next to Feng Chia Night Market. Visitors first see Banyan Boulevard. Its greenery and peace completely separate the campus from the busy shopping area outside. Several stone chairs under the banyan trees provide a place to rest and enjoy the peace of the campus. Here, friends can chat or enjoy the university's cultural activities during summer. A cute squirrel may sometimes run by. The History House is the oldest building on campus. It is now the university's historical showroom and helps teachers and students understand the history of Feng Chia University. Shui Si, Learning Thinking Lake, is near the History House. It was named after a verse from the Analects of Confucius. Learning without thinking leads to confusion. Thinking without learning ends in danger. The university's natural elements provide a beautiful environment for its teachers and students.
Looks like a really beautiful place to go and study. And not only is it a great place to study, but right next to it, you have Feng Chia Night Market. Now, when I went to university, it was very similar because right near the university was all kinds of really good food to eat. After you've been studying all day and working your mind, it really gets you hungry, and to be able to go and get some yummy food to put in your tummy is awesome. That's all the time we have for today. We'll see you next time.